bring it back. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't always a sophisticated brother. But when they talk about going platinum in my car, what? Hola. Boy, the mixtape game, what? Boy, yo. You can't tell me Long Way wasn't next. What? Yo, hey, just a little something to do. Hey.
Just a little something to do. New thing.
Let's some more mixtape tracks. Well, I told you, this back when I was drinking Paul Masson. You know what I'm saying? Some E and J. You know what I'm saying? 20 grand. It was different back then.
Talk about one of my early picks. One of my early favorites.
Don't approach me, nigga. You don't know me, nigga. What? Just mobbing. Didn't care about what the lyrics said. He just mobbing. You don't know me.
No question, no more ratchet. But God, go home.
Man, boy, man, one more. This went platinum.
Fucked up nigga gotta get back.
Take it to the pot
with the cook crack.
When I hit it from the back, she gon' look bad.
She told me my dick like cook crack. Like everywhere goes, swag up to a bitch and eat it up.
Well, you had to
cook up the
you had to find this on Traps and Trunks.
Stars on my ankle, your bitch in my feet.
Strictly trap music. I like that cocaine like Molly, your body.
They be trapping that bread, we Bugatti. They call my kitchen Benn and chopping.
My man doing a 10-year bid right now too. He was really living that life.
Yeah, bad. On fuck that bitch.
To the bankroll. He goes to the bankroll. Hey, so the great boy to the dome.
Everywhere nigga go
Like cook crack.
When I hit it from the back,
She don't look bad.
tell me my dick like cook crack.
Cook from the back, then repeat her. Chanel on her feet, never see seal.
European dabbing nigga
Can't get these.
jumping out the
Not looking like two bricks.
Your bitch
Eat it up, need a toothpick. Blue bitch and this on me the long way.
when I hit it
Yo, go ahead.
fucked up nigga gotta get back.
Boy, they don't know. Boy, that's young. That's young. That's young. That's before I got kids and sophisticated and had to change my ways.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Blue and Vanille.
Turn my life over to Christ real quick before I had to get right in these streets. You know what I'm saying?
That Blue and them 1 and 2. Boy, they won there, Kenny. They won there. They won outside there.
What we do?
Keep it rolling, eh?
They wasn't there. They wasn't there, bro. These are songs I'll play. All right, bro. We're gonna move on, bro. Hey,
we gonna start this podcast one day.
Hey, we're gonna start this podcast. My man said she like boy, if it's cool with me and it's cool with Long. Hey, bro, he wasn't there, bro. Told you, boy, Blue and 1 and 2. You couldn't tell me one of the two best mixtapes in 2014 and 2013. Boy, if you was in my car in the Mazda. You remember using the Mazda?
Tore the streets up.
Classic mixtape, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name's Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because this is the premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. We missed out last week, I think. You know what I'm saying? Life comes up. We were doing things, man, living life, bro. It's summertime, bro. We ain't gonna be here all the time. We still love y'all, but we had things we had to do. You know what I'm saying? But we back. A lot of things to discuss. A lot of boxing to discuss. For all people that like us for boxing, we got a lot of boxing to discuss. Got some WNBA stuff to discuss. So we gonna get back into it, bro. We right back to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Kenny, how you feeling, man? What you been up to?
Feeling good, bro. I just crossed off a bucket list item this past weekend, man. Got to see the God MC himself, brother. Went to go see Hov. See Hov, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went for the Sunday show. Anybody that got socials, go ahead and do your searches. It was everything that you saw on social media. It was a zoo. It was a zoo out there in the Bronx, bro. But honestly, one of the greatest experiences of my life. I would put it up there top 5, but I got a couple more life events I got to go. Get married later on this year. Of course, I got my kids, so I can't put it necessarily top 5, but it's up there though.
Hey, we got Pee Wee fans, and hey, they get it.
Just a little something to do. Come on.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's definitely can't say, say it's up there, bro, because you got some more life events that hey, you already,
yeah.
I'm gonna say I told him not to say it. So I'm not on your side, bro.
Yeah, man. It's not top 5. I got a lot of life to live, but it's up there though. One of the greatest experiences for sure. But I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back with my people.
Yeah, bro. So
let's show.
We are here with another episode, man. So let's hop into it. First things first. Let's get into WNBA first, right? We always start boxing first. Let's get WNBA first. Let's start with something that bothered me yesterday. That's been bothering me for a while. And I've been chilling because I don't like to talk about this person because I think everybody else does enough of it for us. But it's not really a point to really keep talking about it, right? So let's get into it, man. Caitlin Clark, bro. It's starting to get like, I think she's wearing out the goodwill that is just her fans. She knows what her fans are doing at this point. And that press conference yesterday for that phantom foul, because she has a lot of phantom fouls. Some fouls don't get called, but she has a lot of phantom fouls too. About how she got yelled at a ref for a phantom knee bump that never happened. A phantom knee bump. I don't know what, I saw the play. She pushed off and lifted her knee. And then she said, "Oh, the person hit my knee. That's a foul. Now I got to play with a bruise. Ooh, woe is me. Woe is me." You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point, and this is really the point that it's getting to, right? It's okay for somebody to be valuable, right? We're talking business, sports, whatever. It's okay for somebody to be valuable. It's okay for somebody to bring more higher, bring things to the company or to said sport, right? Impact. Cannot take away impact. She did bring eyes to the sport, right? But it's get to a point now, right, where you can't make somebody feel untouchable or they can't get away with whatever. Just because you can't get past folk like you did in college when you was playing Penn State and all them, you know what I'm saying? It's not the league. It's not going to just let you score. You're playing up against women that know how to play defense. That the MO is out on you. All right, get up on her. She's a decent ball handler, but not a great ball handler, right? Frustrate her, get her frustrated if she's turning the ball over, and then everything else falls, right? She was missing free throws that game. She shot horribly that game. She's been shooting horribly. She scores a lot of points because she shoots a lot, right? You can see, two things, right? When people see they can get you out your game, what are they going to keep doing, right?
Oh, go straight for you.
I'm going to keep getting out your game, right? If I know you don't really want to, when I'm frustrating you on offense, I know you don't want to play defense, what I'm going to do? I'm going right at you, right? Mm-hmm. So you're showing, you're showing what your weaknesses are to the league. And who are the league not to exploit that, right? So, yes, are there some foul calls that are missed? It's always foul calls that are missed, right? But if you get angry about every foul call that is missed, then now you're thrown off the game, right? Then you showing up the refs, right? You're yelling at the refs, getting in their face, right, and all this type of stuff. You think that's going to help you get more foul calls?
You bet 1,000. Yeah, you're betting 1,000 if you try that.
It's not going to help you get more foul calls, right? So then you go on your press conference and say what you said off of what just happened with all these other comments and death threats and racist comments. And then you say that off a lie where you know you initiated the contact and you know you really didn't get hit, right? Because you limped down the court, but then had all the good walking skills to be able to go yell at somebody. Then you ran off the court like you was injured, but came back and never had to worry about your thigh ever again. Hey, mamas. Hey, this ain't college no more, right? And even in college, right? When people were trying to tell y'all, I remember a sophomore Raven locked you up the whole game.
90 feet. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Right. So at this point, it's like something's got to come to something's got to be true. Either you got to get better in your skill set, or are you just going to be that player that everybody talk about? Oh, it's great. The media, it's the media too. They hype her up on everything. She's on every nationally televised game. I get it, right? But at some point, we gotta have that conversation. Like you can see now from the comments, either under our posts, other people post that criticize her just her game, that they don't watch the game, right? Had this one dude talking about how good Olivia Miles is. Dude looked at him and said, "Oh, I never heard of her." This is a sports podcast, right? That how did you not hear? Because I know you're not watching the game, right? Colin Cohert, I'm not even gonna get into him and all his bias with it, right? But at some point, we got to have that conversation. Like, hey, are you this GOAT that everybody want to proclaim you to be, right? Are you this GOAT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Paige killing it, right? Now, I'm gonna just name players that are of the same race as you, right? Paige. So you say the narrative is, oh, these black women are jealous or hate her, right? Or trying to hurt her. It's reverse racism, right? Paige don't have that problem, right? Stewie don't have that problem.
That's gonna be my first one. Yep.
Sonya don't got that problem, right? Let me give you another one. Marina Mayberry talk more shit and be ready to fight more than any of y'all.
Bucket.
And she don't have that problem, right? But she don't tolerate no disrespect. We know that.
Emma said, "Hey, man, ask Enrique. She know."
They were teammates in Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be that, right? It can't be reversed because like it's a lot of white players that are flourishing, right? Maybe you Kyle Korver. You thought you was Steph, but maybe you Kyle Korver. Maybe you're a good shooter. Me personally, I think a lot of things that can help her if she gets off the ball. I think she's not a good enough ball handler at this level to be a point guard. I really think she's a better two guard, but she wants to be a point guard. Indiana's gonna do whatever they want her to do for her, right? Mm-hmm. I really think that they take her off the ball. I think her coming off screens and stuff, she'll be a more efficient scorer, more everything. But on the ball, you don't got enough moves to get to the rack. You don't got enough moves to get away from defense. So you do I ain't seen so much failing. She fell like flop around and stuff like soccer players do, bro, in a basketball game. So that's where I'm at with it. It's like at this point, my biggest thing is at this point, hey yo, the goodwill for me is gone. You know what you're doing. That press conference showed me you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. But that foul never happened, right? The foul never happened. So you know what your fans are about to do when you say that in the press conference. Now you got the AI images showing that, oh, look, they didn't know that woman never touched her. Not enough for not for a foul, and you stuck your arm out. So you know what you're doing, and you can read between the lines with that if you want to. You know what you're doing. And we might just have to have that conversation, which I'm been ready to have. Maybe you're just not that guy. Maybe you're not the GOAT. Maybe you're not the top player that everybody think you are. Maybe you're a good player. Not saying you're a bad player. She's a good player. Could be great if she stops.
Can't say that. The stats show that she is a good player.
She is a good player. I never said she wasn't a good player, but it's a lot of good players. But what y'all want her to be, maybe she's just not that. And y'all giving her entitlement that she is, and she can get away with anything. What player you know could do that and not get teed up?
That's where the cutoff is for me. That's honestly where the cutoff is, because for a lot less, a lot of other players are out the game. But also that's where for me, bro, she kind of falls in this intersection of sports, celebrity, politics, race, and just like honestly for the development of the league, or I should say not development, but pushing the league forward into a new generation. Mm-hmm. It's a very beautiful storm of where she sits in the middle of, because on one hand, she's this stalwart that has brought a lot of eyes to the W. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's be honest about that. You know what I'm saying? And you said that, right? But on the other hand, it's like, girl, come on.
That's exactly like
again, girl, come on. Now, and if it's hard to kind of pick a side on this battle, and I don't really want to, because I think two things can be true. I think she does get fouled, and I think she knows how to sell contact. You know what I'm saying? I think two things can be true. I don't think Caitlin Clark is inventing contact, but I also don't think she's above selling it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you were to look at their counterparts in the men's league, hell, James Harden is popular for it. SGA is popular for it. Some would say LeBron is popular for it. You know, that it if you want to be honest, it's kind of what stars do, or at least where the trend of the league is going, is that they know how to sell contact, they know how to get to the line. And we definitely want to turn this into an argument about a woman being too boisterous or too passionate. We don't want to get into censoring. So I know that's not the argument we want to have. So I think two things can be true in this instance. And I think you really hit the nail on the head that, yeah, there are other players in the league that do not get the delight of the whistle as she does. Hell, I mean, you mentioned Stewie, you mentioned Marina, Angel Reese, your girl, beat down in the paint. Aaliyah Boston, teammate, gets beat down in the paint, right? And does not get the friendly whistle. I go back to Stewie just because early in her career, she spent an early portion of her career saying that made it blatantly known that she does not get superstar treatment on calls. She went to the same post game conferences having the same fight. Hey, but to your point, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. If you want to be the star that you want us to believe you to be, hey, big dog, it's the price of admission, and everybody don't get in. So for you to blaze this path and for you to be that guy, it can't be CNN national news every time you get fouled. It just can't be that. It has, hell, even Jordan, Kobe, all had in their offseason had to go back and put some muscle, put some weight on. You know what I'm saying? Sharpen up their tool set. Something to the effect of where this can't be the dominant talking point every time we leave a game. Because trust me, sis, it happens for all of our stars. Agent can tell you that, like, it happens too frequently where superstars are not going to get superstar treatment. Let's just not make it a talking point because it takes away from the game.
It takes away from your game, right? And then now we're talking about, right, how you failed, like flopped on that phantom call that you said was a call, right? And you got in the press conference, right, and said, "Oh, the refs got a call that I'm gonna be playing with a bruise the whole game," right? But let's talk about the real, right? Let's talk about the real of what happened last night. Hold on, I had it pulled up. My phone be doing funny things. Let's talk about the real of last night. What was the real thing of last night? Against a game against a top team, the hottest team in the league right now. You went 13 points, 4 for 14, 1 for 8, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 turnovers. That's what we should be talking about. That's what we should be talking about. That Doctor had you on lock. That's what we should be talking about. But you want to talk about your foul, not your horrible shooting game. How you missed when the game was kind of tighter. You missed the clutch technical free throw, right? Let's talk about that, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Kelsey Mitchell been holding it down, right? This whole season, right? We can't talk about Kelsey Mitchell, how good Kelsey Mitchell is playing, because Caitlin got to talk about how every time she gets touched, it's a foul, and she want to yell. And then when she against the Aces with Chelsea Gray, you fouled her. She bumped into you. You felt. Hey, you felt it. You know what I'm saying? You felt. Hey, weight room. You know. But then in that same play, the real number one player in the league is getting mauled by your two teammates that's trying to box her out, right? You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you failing and saying it's a foul when really it wasn't. You just got hit, you know what I'm saying, a little bump and went up. And you fouled them. Now you crying about a foul that really was your foul, right? While Asia's getting mauled by Leah Boston and Billings trying to box her out, right? What are we doing, bro? Let's play the game. Like when you whine about every foul, it makes when it actually does happen, nobody cares, right? It's like the girl that cried. It's like the boy that cried wolf, right?
Yeah.
And I think we're trying to make an excuse. I'm gonna let you go. I think they're trying to make an excuse, but for real, you can look at these numbers of points, but these statistics, these field goal and 3-point positions are nasty, right?
Yeah. And here's the thing, man, because the W is hitting on so many cylinders right now, bro. It's it's picking up steam, it's picking up traction. But at the same time, there has been chimes. Hell, I mean, we can even go to Elisa Gray, bro. She has mentioned the officiating this year. Like,
It's
I
not
don't
good.
want. Yeah, but on some of her contact, I was like, yeah, girl, nah, honestly, nah, you deserve that call. But uh, again, it's like a double-edged sword for me because I I agree with it because maybe this is something that maybe the physicality of sport needs to up it. Maybe we do need to up the intensity, up the saying some of this I want to call uh cement ball or blacktop ball, just make it roughhouse it. It doesn't necessarily have to be an all-out brawl. But again, you have been getting some entertaining matchups because of the physicality, because of the narratives, because of the storylines, that's kind of going in week to week. So it's like, let's not just quelch this fire just because, we not built for the game. Hell, maybe it's just that. Maybe maybe we gotta start, putting some more emphasis on what we're doing in the off season. Not saying that y'all don't. I know they're all professionals. What I'm saying is that, hey, let's not take away from the game too much because it's becoming something that we all knew it had the potential to be. That's it.
And then let's just keep it real. This year, actually, they toned it down. The thing is about freedom of movement. That's why the scores are higher. Like last night, game 88-75. I think the Fever are averaging 90-something points a game. The points are higher. We are allowing more freedom of movement, but they're just not going to allow you to score, right? You have to be able to get past your defender. If your defender beats you to the spot, they just beat you to the spot. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is, bro. And the last thing I'm gonna say, y'all want to name somebody a GOAT that never won a national championship. That's never been a thing in women's basketball. Every person that's been the big time player in this league, Stewie won 3 or 4 of them things, right?
Yeah.
Asia won 1, right? Candace Parker won 2, I think, right? Tamika Catchings won 1, right? Everybody that's been the one has won championships before in college.
Yeah.
Right now, it's more competition, right? So I'll give grace to that, right? But even Paige, she won that championship, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, it look like they might become that one. They haven't won that. They didn't win that championship to live in miles, but she's well on her way to maybe getting some awards this year, right?
Oh yeah,
that's the part that I'm gonna say. But I digress. We move on. I'm tired of talking about Caitlin Clark. Did enough of it. Y'all can do the rest of the talking, right? Y'all can do it for me. Let's get to the playoff picture, man. Hey,
where we at?
Hey, Kenny told y'all at the beginning of the year, bro, that the Valkyrie was one of them teams to watch. And look at them right now. They're on an 8-game win streak.
We on fire. Valhalla's on fire.
The number 2 seed right now. Oh man! And then let me put it back up there. Another team that I told y'all, look. Hey, you see them? You see them still in the picture, right there at 8. Them young Mystics. Hey, I don't know if they won tonight. I ain't checking see. I ain't had time to watch.
They did. Yeah, I was about to say. I was about to tell you. Yeah, they got clapped. They got clapped by Portland. And
I'm gonna let you talk about the Mystics. We gonna talk about the Mystics, or you want to go and get the Valkyrie love out the way? Because I'm gonna let you have.
I want to talk about the Mystics.
Okay.
Because I want to tell you about your girl Georgia. I want to tell you a little bit. You know what she did tonight?
Nothing.
She gave him about 15 minutes. 15 minutes of honest God hard work. Honest to God hard work. And what she had to show for it, you guessed it. 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Getting her ass tore up. Tore up by Cardell, bro. Gave her all she had for 3 points. But to be fair on both sides, your girl Shakira, she showed out in Portland. She showed out.
Well, she
showed out.
She had 19. What's the problem with the Mystics? Why are they so like? I know they're young. But sometimes they lose to.
Anthony, I told you what the problem was. We come in here week to week, and I tell you what the problem is. Nobody can take the Mystics serious until they're serious about their point guard play.
Yeah,
we got to be serious about it. Now, to be fair, your girl Worry, she did get time. Oh, nah, I'm just playing. It was 2 minutes at the end of the game. Stop playing with me. Let's get serious about our point guard play, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Lucy. I don't care if it's Georgia. I don't care. Who the hell, bro? We got to be serious about it. And that might not be something you fix this season. You know what I'm saying? I got hyped when I saw Kennedy Carter being released. Hell, I was like, maybe they might be able to do something. That also, you also don't want to be fair, you might not want to invite that personality into that locker room. That much young.
And she ain't no point neither.
Yeah,
Skylar Diggins would be nice.
I don't know if they released her yet or what's going on up there. I haven't, I've been away from my TV set for a couple of days, so I don't know what's going on with Sky, but that'll be a good addition. And actually, to be fair to Sky too, the Chicago Sky kind of look all right without Scott Diggs running point. I would be fair. I would keep it high. But just going back to the Mystics real quick, hey, bro, I can't take them serious until they're serious with themselves, bro. Kiki Hooper was out there giving the tempo buckets the other night.
And the coach be playing with the lineup. Like, the girls don't get minutes that, like, at this point in the year, you got to get okay, I'm coming to this game, I'm getting 15. I'm getting 20. Like, we know Sonya and Shakira and Kiki gonna get 25 plus, right?
Yes.
Cody don't know whether she's gonna play 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes. She don't like you don't have like he gotta figure out this rotation. At some point, we have to lock down a rotation where they can come in and know, like, so then Cody can know, like, okay, I got 12 to 15 minutes a game. So I got to make the most of 15 minutes. But some games you play at 25 minutes, other games you play at 10 minutes. Flores don't know whether she's going to play or not play.
You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah. That's the coach.
And it's not necessary. And, bruh, I'm going to be completely hot. I'm not Georgia's biggest fan. But also, my blame ain't squarely on her, bro. It's you damn right. It's with Sydney Johnson.
Yeah.
What we doing, coach? What we doing? When you have your good games, mind you, because they're still in the playoff race, so they do have good games. And I do understand the fact that Sonya's still coming back from an ankle injury. So yeah, games like tonight and I believe like a couple nights ago, where Sonya didn't have the greatest of games.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. She's still on the mend. I get you. I give you that. And we're kind of going to an All-Star break. Cool. I feel you. But honestly, coach, we got to start being serious after this break, bro. We got to start being serious.
Yeah. Before we get to the Valkyrie, let's pull this back up. The Wings, hey man, they gave. I truly think, and I don't know this. I didn't talk to nobody. I don't know this, right? It's an assumption, right? I think Enrique went to Paige and said,
"This your team.
This your team.
Yeah,
do your thing."
Yeah.
Because the way Paige is playing, she's not worried about getting Enrique involved. Enrique's getting her shot when she get it. Fudd is getting hers, like she's doing the thing. I think Enrique said, hey, young fella. Hey, young lady. This you. This is you. You are the one. Don't worry about me. And I think if that did happen, that's a respect that needed to happen, right? Because Paige respects the game. And Enrique is one of the ones. Been one of the ones for a long time, right? But sometimes you got to tell the young one that, like, hey, this you. You gonna lead us to the promised land. And ever since then, they have been playing amazing basketball. Amazing basketball in my eyes, right? Paige has been going off. Fudd, streaky, right? Jessica Shepard having a great year. I'm gonna get into that shortly. That center from China, I'm sorry, I don't know her name right now. She's been getting more acclimated to the lineup.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? As a true big, a real presence in the middle. And Arike finding her points when she can and stuff like that. But Paige is really taking over this, and you're seeing the transformation. This is her team. No questions. Her team, no question. And I like what the Wings got going on a lot right now. They're behind Valkyrie. They're a hot team right now, scary team to meet right now.
Yeah, now they on a 5-game winning streak, bro. I ain't got no notes. That you hit the nail right on the head, bro. No notes.
Liberty scaring me. I don't know. This team has a lot of talent, but they just beat a good team and then they'll lose. Now they're on the skid right now, going to the All-Star break. They dropped all the way down to 7th place. The Mystics only 1 game behind. Tempo like 2 or 3 games behind. For a team I thought they'd be really better this year and came back to like kind of be competing with the top dogs. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I think we're looking at a snag, bro. Like I think even the Aces had a snag mid-year, bro. Or the Aces had a snag last season mid-year. Let me clean up my verbiage a little bit. Yeah. So I don't want to get too overexcited on what I'm seeing. Mind you, you are absolutely right. They're like in their last 10 games, I think it was reported they're like 3-7 in their last 10 games. So you're right. This is cause for concern. Then they lost the last 4. They dropped the last 4 games. Mm-hmm. So I still don't want to get too excited because to be fair, there's way too much talent on paper to think that they won't right the ship. And there's just enough veteran presence in that locker room to right this ship. So I don't want to get too excited just yet. I think I'm gonna just call this a snag for right now. Yeah. But they do need to wake up because there's a lot of season left.
Thanks. All right, Kenny. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the Valkyrie.
Swing it, ISO. Everybody back up. Clear out. It's ball holler, bitch. Hey, I told him. I don't know what the hell was going on early June, but Ant, you can't tell me that somebody is watching our pod, brother. Somebody is watching our pod. Because ever since we had that pod where I was like, hey, swing it to Gabby. Swing it to Gabby. We've been right ever since. Yeah. We've been good ever since. We on an 8-game win streak. And I'm going to add this note. Hey, my good sis, my sister in Christ, Veronica Burton, real quick. Come to the front. Hey, don't look right now. Don't look over your shoulder right now. But hey, chin's on your heels.
Oh, Veronica play good defense though. She's a very
hey. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm here to tell the truth. As a ball holler stand, that is my squad. But hey, that minute increase. It's not by mistake. It's not, her minutes been going up and up and up. Bruh, I'm just saying, it's looking like decisions that will be made. She can handle the big moments, bro. She can handle them. She can get physical when she had to. Now, mind you, Veronica is a better defender, but sometimes, especially when Gabby's off the floor, and we still need Burton to kick in. We still need, some of our role players to kick in. Chin can get that engine running. She can take a tough dive to the basket and get you an and one and get to the line.
Yeah.
She can hit a nice little floater in the middle of the paint. She can spark the offense. And sometimes when we in that rut, we trying to get from second to third gear. When ball hollers in that rut, and like I said, Gabby's off the floor, Chin's right there. She there like State Farm. she be there. So hey, I'm just saying that shadow That shadow, that thing that you feel like you know, sometimes you just be walking and you feel like somebody looking at you, or you feel like somebody right over your shit. It's getting bigger. That's all I want to tell you. But hey, 8-game win streak, whatever you over there mixing in the pot, coach, whatever you over there stirring up, I like it. I like it. And you can send me you can see my thank yous later.
I mean, hey, the Valkyrie played great defense consistently. I think that's the biggest thing. They're going to play defense every night in and night out, besides when they play the Lynx. But that when you can play good defense every night like that, you're always gonna keep yourself in games, right? Even when you're not shooting the best, even when you're not scoring the best, they play defense night in and night out. That's some of the best defensive players in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing to be said, man. The Valkyrie are on a tear right now. Scary team to beat. I haven't lost since they lost to the Lynx. Their last loss was to the Lynx in Minnesota. So
yeah.
No, Minnesota, but one of the five. But that was I didn't see this from Valkyrie. I knew they'd be good, but I didn't know they'll be like this good where they could be like a top 2, top 3 seed going into the All-Star break. And they got depth too. They got people come off the bench that can, like you said, with Chin and other people that come off the bench that can make buckets and play good minutes, right? Still got Tiffany Hayes come off the bench.
You know it.
They got a good squad, but they're number 2 though, because you know who number 1 is, led by that girl, that girl, the next phenom, right? It's the superstar, right? Because now she just like, I don't even care no more. Like, I'm gonna score now. Now I'm gonna score. Now I'm
right.
Right. Now y'all pissing me off. Now I'm gonna show you my step back 3. What? Now I'm gonna show you the left. All right. Really? Hey man, you know what it is. You know who she is.
Big O.
You know what I'm saying? Big Olivia Miles, not the little one. You know when she put them goggles on, it's problems, right? All before the game, we glasses up. But when them goggles go on, it's problems. You know what I'm saying? That's another one. Olivia Miles complains and talks shit too, right? But guess what she's doing? She giving you 20, 28.
She just gets somebody 30. She just gets somebody 30.
Like, even with Courtney cooling off a little bit. Okay, what? Oh, Courtney, you cooling off a little bit? Okay, Kayla, knock these threes down. We got it. No problem. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. Right? We got that pick and roll. Natasha, you got a small one in the paint. Let me go. Do your thing. Throw it down there. Get your work in. Get that work in. Oh, coffee. Oh, pick and roll on off the thing.
Thank you. Let's talk about it.
It's not. Don't nothing stop this train, bro. Ain't nothing stopping this train, and we ain't even got Fee back. Fee ain't even back, right? Another team. Then we're gonna move on to another segment of the WNBA. Dream. It's funny how they put Angel Reese and Caitlin up against each other, and they talk crap. I put a post up about how the Dream was on the skid. Everything. I had a lot of hateful comments. I never had to delete comments before in my life on TikTok. I had to do it for Angel Reese, right? But it's funny how they got the same record, right? They're both up and down teams, right? No difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, the Dream, I like the Dream. They just got to get more consistent night in and night out on. I can't even. I don't know if it's like, is it defensively? Sometimes they don't shoot good, but they like Ryan Howard's playing really good. But sometimes they can't all play good at the same time, right?
Same time, yep.
It's like Ryan has a good game, Alicia has a good game, Angel has a good game, right? I think they truly are. I think the missing of the big. That's why you're seeing Okot get more minutes, right? I think the missing of the big, Brianna Harrison as a true big. And I think it's starting to show when they play taller teams. People start to play bigger lineups against them. Because Angel is 6'3", almost 6'4", but she's not a center, right? She's more of a power forward.
Yeah.
Right? Because she's a little bit more slighter in frame. Brianna, you know what I'm saying, more of a center, right? And can bang with them. Like I saw when they played Seattle. Seattle stayed bringing tall lineups in, right? New York gonna stay bringing tall lineups. Anybody that got like more than one woman that's over 6'4", the height is starting to be a problem with Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? So, that's one of they. I think that's starting to get to them a little bit, and they're trying to see how they can navigate that. But when that 3-ball is hitting, they can beat anybody. Let's not get that twisted, right? But yeah, that's the playoff picture, man. Valkyrie and number 2. Who would have thought? Not me.
I did. I would say one thing, my last note about 1 and 2. Because as much as I love Ball Holla, I'll say the same thing for the Lynx, bro. When the down and out, they gonna play defense. No matter what. Lynx, again, you say the same about Valkyrie. I think the Lynx are one of the best defensive teams to me. I think the contributions they get from Kosu and Coffee is about as impactful as as any other players. I mean, trust me, it's hard to top a guard that can score 30 or Courtney when she's at mid range, but that defensive presence that Coffee and Kosu show in the paint, to assist with Natasha, bro. I know it definitely takes a lot of the burden off Natasha having to be, top dog on both sides of the court, because they are very impactful, whether that's blocks, hell, Kayla with steals. I know she's up there in steals this year. They pick up they pail of water on both sides of the car or both sides of the court, bro. So they're 1 and 2 for a reason. But look out for the wings, man. Look out for the wings.
Wings are really, really playing good, bro. All right, let's give some awards, man. So this is IDK Ant.
Your way, I'm right in your face with something to say. Hey. I know that you ball, I know that you play like girls in the WNBA.
Hey, you like that? You know what I'm saying? That's how I wish I looked sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But IDK Ant WNBA.
Got that boy vision board up there.
Let's get to the first one. MVP, not named Asia Wilson. Had to clarify that, because if your MVP is not Asia Wilson, I don't know who your MVP is. Not my MVP, not named Asia Wilson, Paige Beckers. You know what I'm saying? I think right now she's actually averaging 20 points a game, right? Shooting well. Like I said, it's her team now. It's her team, and she's been playing like it. So my midseason award, if I had to give an MVP to somebody not named Asia Wilson, it'll be Paige Beckers. Kenny, what you think about that one?
No argument.
Okay.
No argument.
I think you're gonna like this one. My defensive player of the year, mid-season, Gabby Williams. Like I said it multiple times. I have said this. I was high on Gabby Williams before the season started, and I'm still there. I think she still is one of the best two-way players in the game. Not just, I know she doesn't lead in steals and stuff like that, but you can see she will lock up your best defender night in, night out, and go score buckets. I got her as my mid-season WNBA Defensive Player of the Year. Kenny, how you think about that? I'm probably cool with that too.
Oh yeah, brother. You ain't gotta ask me, brother. You ain't gotta ask me. But love the pick. I think I could probably think of what Cardozo. She probably has something to say. Yeah, that's the only one I can probably think of.
Ryan Howard got something to say.
But yeah. But hey, if you said it, not me. Huh? You said it, not me. So I'm gonna roll with Gabby.
6th Woman of the Year. Janelle was Sulan. I think that's how you say her last name.
You damn right, Salon. Let's go.
She got the most production off the bench, man. She is when she comes on that court, they run plays for her. So she's I know you talk about Chin, and I was keeping it quiet during that segment, but Sulan is really my 6th Woman of the Year right now. Really the leading candidate for me. I know you got Ray Burrell in there, but she's starting a lot because Kelsey Plum is hurt.
Yeah.
I know Chen isn't going to be in the conversation, but far as somebody come off the bench and get you buckets right now and be like the lead of that offense when Gabby needs a break, 6th Woman of the Year, Janelle Sulan.
I love the ball lover. I love the ball holler love right now. You feeling it? You starting to get it? I can see it. You starting to feel it. It's synergy, bro. It's contagious. Hey, but you're absolutely right. Ray Burrell would be my pick. Again, I know we look at contribution as in comparison to win-loss record, but man, you talk about somebody that lays it on the floor each and every night.
She's starting a lot of games though, so I don't know how much ability she's gonna have for that.
Yeah,
this woman, because she's starting a lot now because of injuries on that squad.
Yeah, minutes did go up, but it's also like it ain't because the Gumake is still there and she's crushing it. Clearly, she's an all-star this year, so it's not like she's just she done took the helm since KP been out. So I still want to see Ray get some love and some consideration for that award when the hardware is passed out. But Salon, man, down and out, Miss Dependable.
Yeah,
Miss Dependable.
Yes, Salon, really nice, really good player off the bench. And they run plays for her, so like they think highly of her. My most improved player, I had to go Cole. I got Jessica Shepard and Dominique Malonga. I think both of them from last year to this year have took big leaps in their game. Jessica Shepard's an all-star starter. You know what I'm saying? Averaging 15 and 11. I think last year she averaged 7 points a game or 8 points a game, something like that for the Lynx. She's moved up. Like, I think she's my leader for most improved. And then I don't think people know a lot because they don't watch the Storm. But Dominique Malonga, I'm telling you what I know. You're going to be having a talk that she's one of the best centers in this league very, very soon. She is, if they can figure out what they're doing with their bigs, because they done drafted 3 bigs in a row. So they got to figure out. But she is different. An all-star this year, right? Averaging, what's she averaging this year? What,
18
and 8, right? I watch a lot of Storm. I got WD Pass. I'll be up late at night. Might be doing some things for the pod or whatever. So I watch a lot of the Storm games, right? Kenny done told y'all on them earlier, this is a good young core. Falajay and all them. She is the star of that young core, though. I know we like our fam. I know I like Falajay, but what she can do when she can take the ball off the dribble from the high post, shoot it pretty good in mid-range, her post game, and she plays defense, telling you she's a star in the making. And it's going to come up. Like maybe in a year or two, they're like, dang, where'd she come from? She's showing why she was drafted that high when she was drafted.
Yeah, no, she that girl. She's that girl. And shit, both of them. Jessica too. Y'all know I love me some Shep, my favorite big. I would say I'd probably go Shep over Malonga right now because things are getting bloody over there in Seattle right now. I think they like 6-20, bottom of the league. There's a point there where I was like, okay, Seattle, they're starting to figure it out. But, some things just, it's going to take time, right? And I knew from the get-go it wasn't going to happen this season. But I do start seeing the Storm start to spread their wings a little bit. Hell, for Falajay, she's starting to take off, becoming almost like a guaranteed 18 to 22 a night. We just mentioned Malonga averaging about 15. Our fam starting to get comfortable behind the 3. Like, defensively, of course, they can take another step. All of them collectively can take another step.
Desired defensively.
Yeah. They defensively they can all collectively take another step, and that also matters too on the offensive side. Like, hey, we can't all be shot takers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna have to settle with just being that that 12 and 10 player between Fam and Malonga. But I think it's just gonna take a little bit more time. So I'm gonna have to roll with Shep. Hell, I mean, she was a big role player for the Lynx, so I knew she was gonna be good with the Wings too. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
you on fire, brother.
Yeah, that's the ones. I mean, the other ones I didn't really go rookie of the year. We already know who that's gonna be. I didn't do that one.
That's discussion is beyond us now.
And I think Coach Reeves is about to get her another Coach of the Year because that team is amazing. So, I mean, I ain't really make one for those. I mean, I don't know if we got any disagreements. I mean,
Coach of the Year? Oh, you boy tripping. You want me to you want to argue. you want to argue.
Oh, you want to talk about, man, we talked about ball holler enough, bro. All right, we know where you at. All right,
okay.
All right. That's around. Sidney Johnson get them in the 5th spot.
Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't supposed to be good. All right, bro. All right.
Yeah. Move on. Baby, lucky Kiki back. That's what I'm gonna tell you. You know how much they get their ass whooped? Kiki wasn't there. All right, I'll let it go.
All right, man. Let's get into it. The big news.
Coming. Hey, damn, we got the mail jumping. Hey, this the shit that get the jail jumping.
Hey, man. The Zone is the new home of boxing, bro. The new home of boxing is the Zone. The Zone, if you've been living under a rock or you're not really a boxing fan, and I don't know why you're not a boxing fan, it's a problem. And you're watching this pod, though, so we can make you a boxing fan. The Zone has locked up all major promotions are now streaming on the Zone. PBC was the last piece that they needed. And once PBC finished that Amazon deal, exclusively on the Zone. So now that means you got Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Golden Boy, Queensberry. Who else we got? PBC. I said Top Rank already. You got every major promotion besides them cats on the other side of the track are under the Zone now. Right? So with all that be saying, that means you got all them prospects, all those superstars from the Anthony Joshuas, Douglas Masons, who else? Keyshawn, Boots, right? Asaki Foster, right? Ryan Garcia, right? All your stars on one streaming site. Hey man, Kenny, I'm gonna let you go because you the boxing guy. I mean, you sent this to me before I even had a chance to see it, right? So go ahead and tell me, man, how's it feel for boxing to have a home? And because I hated on this app when it first came out. I hated it.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. They doing their thing, bro.
I still don't think we understand how huge of a deal this is, bro. Like, this is all I could ever dream of. You know, I know we lobby the idea of getting all these promotion companies underneath one umbrella, everybody under one roof. You know, it's been tossed around. Well, how does it do it? How does it get done? Bruh, and even with the announcement of this deal, that doesn't mean that the Zone has unified all the boxing promotions. That's not the case. But I tell you what, they do have a unified address now. They do have a neutral ground site at the Zone, and that is huge. Because back in the day, one of the biggest stumbling blocks or one of the biggest barriers for huge fights not happening is distribution. All right, well, who's going to be through? Is it going to be HBO or is it going to be Showtime? Is it going to be Fox? Is it going to be ESPN? Is it going to be Prime? Is it going to be whoever the hell else is out there that that got a network? But bro, now that we all have a common ground to meet up and get this fight going, it changes. Bruh, the floodgates are now open. You talking about now Top Rank, Golden Boy, Matchroom, Queensberry, hell, even Salida, where your girl Clarissa's over there at Salida. They got to deal with the Zone. Like, bro, it eliminates all the promotional politics that used to be the biggest excuse in the sport, bro. Everything from branding, production, international rights, commentary, all that, bro. We're done with that now. That could possibly be in the rear view. Now, mind you, what happens during renegotiation time? Hey, who knows? Who knows what the future can hold? But I'm gonna just enjoy this moment right now because who says that somebody ain't gonna ask for a bigger pie once the renegotiations happen? Like when my fighters have a bigger showing and my fighters get more views on it. Hey, bro, have that discussion with your mama. But for right now, we talking about getting some of the biggest fights and without any hiccups.
I mean, now it gives the promoters a chance to say, okay, now I don't have to worry about where it's being streamed at. Now I can just promote it.
Yes.
And we can work out the splits with the fighters. because we're all getting the same distribution. I have to make sure that Showtime and HBO are happy. I don't have to make sure that everybody's the Zone, right? Pay-per-view, the Zone, right? It's gonna be on TNT through the Zone, right? So now all I gotta do is promote the fight and make the fight as big as possible. Now I can go back to promoting boxers.
Bingo.
Right? I don't have to worry about, am I gonna put this on ESPN? Am I gonna put this here or put this there? One spot. Let's make the fight happen. Let's promote the fight and make the pot as big as it can be where we all can eat, right? Like you said, now fights can be made. And now I just want to talk about, I've been saying before, like, you got to create interest in the boxing fans first, right? So, like, even like when I finally copped the DAZN app, right? And every weekend there's some fight. Mostly now, especially in the summertime, every weekend there's some kind of fight, right? You got Lean versus somebody. I forgot who that is. Lean versus somebody. They fighting this weekend, right? I'm seeing them all over socials. They're fighting. They got a nice young prospect card going on, and then on this middleweight WBC silver, something like that. They're young guys, right? But they're fighting on the phone, on the app for free, right? Not for free, but you pay for that. But they're on the app, right? And with the top tier, you get the pay-per-views too. That was my biggest thing. If I'm gonna pay $50 or whatever it is a month, then I should get the pay-per-views too, because I'm paying for the pay-per-views as the month goes, because not a pay-per-view every week, right? Or every month, right? So now we get some young fighters. We get to see the young fighters grow, right? It's easier to make cards. Some of these cards are getting better now, right?
Yes.
Now it's like you take the distribution out of it. Now let's make the fights happen, right? And I think they're doing a damn good job of making some fights happen, right? You had Foster and Ford already this year. You had T.O. and Shakur fight, right? You had Garcia fight this year, right? You got Garcia and Benn about to fight. You got Roach about to fight Cepeda. People been asking for the fight. That fight happened, right? You got a lot of fights that's in the cut, ready to go. You got Narvente and Foster, they about to get it popping. If not into this year, first of next year, right? Boots got it popping. They got that Boots Zayas fight going, right? So now we're seeing the fights that fans want to see. And now you're building profiles. So now when you do put it on pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying, like a one-time buy pay-per-view, people are more willing to buy it that don't want to buy the app every day. So now you're taking care of your boxing fans that will pay monthly because I want to see these fights. I want to see like the young prospects and the fights every week. And I'm pretty sure a one-time buy pay-per-view is about to come up on the app where you can download the app, buy the pay-per-view when you want to buy it, right? Now you're getting casuals too, right? Then, okay, I got a young budding Abdullah Mason who needs a little pop-out party. Let's put him on TNT. All right.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
They're making moves, right? They're taking the HBO model, the Showtime model, and meshing them together. Like people forget Showbox. Showbox was a thing, right? HBO had Saturday night fights, right? You're building names now, and I think it's gonna do nothing but makes fight easy to make. I think a lot of guys I think a lot of guys about to start making more money than they ever made, right? Because now I can truly just promote you. I don't got to worry about distribution. Now I can just promote my fighters, right? Because I know on this app we can get them. So now I can put them on this app. Okay, I can put a little like mid-level star on this app, right? Or TNT. And I can just promote my big stars, right? For the pay-per-views. Now it's all one spot, right? We ain't got boxing fans searching everywhere and every which way. I got boxing fans to go one spot. That's more money. More money's gonna be made now. Because now people like me and you can go one spot. I ain't gotta have ESPN. I ain't gotta have this. I'm not ever gonna get Paramount because I don't worry about them. But I ain't gotta have all that other stuff. One spot. What a fight at this weekend, Kenny. The Zone.
The Zone. The Zone. It's on the Zone. And it's on the Zone. Bro, it's as simple as thinking of the Zone being a central marketplace, right? You know, bro, the possibilities as I'm just sitting here are endless, man. Like the ideas of tournaments comes back into play. As you mentioned, now we can just focus on promotion. Hell, cross promotion. Hey, you got a PBC fighter on a top ranked card? Hell, bro, that's cool because I got a top ranked fighter, got a big card coming up. We'll promote him. We'll promote both of them at the same time in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because I got a fan that likes to watch ESPN and a fan that likes to watch Showtime. We doing it at the same place. If you want to start building out your network a little bit and start putting personalities to surround this marketplace, you can do that. And then we're watching the same content. Hell, your boy Max Kellerman probably leave ring and go over there at some point. You'll start getting fighters to make appearances again because they're not just restricted to being at this event that Top Rank is having or this event that PBC is having. Bro, again, the concept of giving everybody the same address and the same location is going to be so beneficial for the sport. And my last point is that you mentioned TNT. For them to take a leap and to step out on faith and kind of like jump into this game too at the right time is so pivotal because again, now you're introducing linear TV back into the conversation. It's not all just subscription based or pay-per-view based. To your point of getting the casual or building a fighter or getting some stock around a young fighter. Now we know that we can go, I believe it's once a month or once a week. I forgot what their scale is, but at least with TNT, we know, hey, I ain't doing nothing Saturday. Like you mentioned, Saturday night, I ain't doing nothing Saturday night. Let me see what they got going on. All right, hey, bro, I don't know if anybody was watching, but they had this young cat on the other night. Boy can get down. It's stuff like that, and you get more eyes and more exposure for that fighter out of nowhere. Again, do I believe there's talent that's still unseen? Of course. They just ain't got the right eyes on them. I mean, who knew what profile Albert Bell could have had if this opportunity was available to him earlier?
Yeah.
But now that this exists, hell, man, maybe the next Albert Bell won't be hard to find. And this ain't the first time we're really speaking of him, speaking of a fighter of his ilk or at that, right at the cusp of a big fight. We'll have that discussion about him way prior to, where he has that right support and has that real fan base. You know what I mean? Like, bro, the possibilities of this deal and that, linear TV like TNT is jumping in with the zone to make these type of things happen too, bro. It's, again, this is what the sport needed. The scheduling gets easier. I just mentioned the promotion gets easier. The branding gets easier. Like, bro, the big fights that we sit around on socials and just balk about all the time, they're more possible and easier to come to fruition, bro, because the biggest chip on the table just got removed. So, bro, I'm telling you, this just moved mountains for the sport.
And they're doing it in seamless, right? You see how it was a thing with Top Rank versus Matchroom, right? All year.
Yeah.
Now we shifting. Now after this fight, after this next week, it's a lot of PBC fights coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one, but you got Spence coming up, right? You got Lamont coming up, right? It's a couple other ones too, but you're starting to see PBC starting to get some fights in there now. It's like I said, it just takes the where it's going to be. It makes the confusion for boxing fans like, hey, it's right here. This is where it's going to be. I think it does nothing but make cats money. We're going to talk about some cats that maybe be on the wrong sides of the track, right? But I love it. Next thing, right? We didn't get to talk about it last week. Abdullah Mason defended his crown against Albert Bell, who you brought up. This card was a good card. Picking a TNT helping profiles. I think this profile helped Shushu too. I think Shushu profiles got uplifted because he's a world champion. But I think some people kind of saw his skills, saw his toughness a little bit too. I think it helped him. But to the main card, Albert Bell, brother. And Kenny might have a different take than me, but Albert Bell, brother, I think you was waiting on this opportunity. And I think you let this opportunity slip away from you. I think you had a real inkling that you had a chance to pull off this upset on the young champion. It just said veteran fighter, young champion boxer versus a young champion that gets knockouts. Young brother, You had him. You had him. I mean, I had you up, what, maybe 6 rounds to 1 in the first 7, maybe 5-2, if you want to be generous. But you was doing your thing. You got hit. I know dude messed up your nose. All of you could just hold, if you just held on and kept using that jab, stop standing there. If you kept using that jab in your head, I think we have a different case. But shout out to Abdullah. Corner told him he was down, came out that last round throwing haymakers, boy, throwing some crazy stuff to my man. Dropped him once, dropped him again. Referee called the fight. Was it a good stoppage? I don't know. It looked kind of iffy to me. I don't think dude counted, if I'm not mistaken.
He didn't.
He didn't even count.
He didn't give him a count.
So that was a little iffy, but I think my man squandered. I think my man lost the opportunity that he's probably never going to get again. He's been waiting a long time for it. Good fighter, but sometimes I think it's a difference between being a good fighter and a champion. And I know his nose I know he had his nose fractured, nose got dislocated, broke, whatever. I think Abdullah showed a little bit more champion spirit than my man. And sometimes that's all the separation is. You got all the skills in the world. Is Abdullah more skilled than you at this point? I don't think so. But he got that championship dog in him, and we saw what happened.
I think we both been like an early fan of Abdullah. It's kind of been like just wait and see. But I think in this Bell fight, it was a statement piece. As far as I would claim it, because you got to see in his first title defense, he at a very young age, as a youngin in the sport, he had to figure it out. And that's really one of the most outstanding feats I took away from that fight. And why I have him rated where I do on my list is because for a young guy, and it's not going in your favor. Mind you, this was a TNT production where they showed the scorecards like mid-fight. So it was known not only to the boxers, but to the public that Mason was down on the card, to make the adjustments that you needed to, and to literally see somebody in real time flip the switch and saying, hey, bro, we need a knockout. Corner is saying, hey, Dula, we need a knockout. He gave the corner what they was asking for, and we witnessed it in real time. It is about as essential as you watching a playoff game and knowing your favorite team is down, down 3 or down 7-8, drive down the field, get us a field goal or score a touchdown. We need it.
Yeah.
Down by 3, hey, Steph, go hit this 3 for us. That same dog, that same switch is what Dula showed the public last night, bro. And to ask a 21, 22-year-old kid that in his first headlining event at the crib, title defense. Hey, bro, I don't think we really give that as much credence as it should, bro, because boxing is a very isolated sport. I say it time and time again on this pod, bro, but to ask that of a youngin to do it, man, bro, that showed progression beyond his years, man, maturity beyond his years.
Right.
And that's a feat that I just can't overlook, bro. He had to figure that out in real time, really step down on the gas pedal in real time.
Mm-hmm.
That, bro, we're not just talking about a regular fighter here. We're talking about, okay, this is a true people champion or a true champion. That's really something that we want to see out of young fighters that actually give a damn about the sport.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, all hats and praises to him, man. Love what Dula doing, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of Abdullah, let's get into it, man. Let's get into this, you know what I'm saying, pound for pound ranking. Not much change. I mean, you got your man Boots at 5, right? He's in jump from 10 to 5. We still got Haney on there, and then, like you said, you just talked about your boy Abdullah Mason, Kenny. You added him to number 10. So what you got to say about? I like your pound for pound ranking, me personally. I think it shows jokers as active, and it still show respect to some jokers' resume that you got to just show respect to. But I probably would put Foster at number 10 if we was gonna pick over Mason, because I kind of think his resume is a little bit better. But I like it, man. Kenny, what I'm saying? Let's talk about your pound for pound.
I'm up for hearing any conversation, man, because that 10 spot is very tricky. But just for me, man, all the points I just mentioned about Dula, bro, like I think when I kind of boiled down what my pound for pound list is going to be about, of course, we mentioned activity. We mentioned fighters that really be in the booth, that's really putting on for the sport. But that second part, as far as entertainment value, what you really going people to gather around your TV set for, that's the second part that Abdullah does for you almost every time. His KO percentage is just as high up there as with maybe Boots, David Benavidez. I'm thinking about some cats that got a high KO percentage. I think he's like 21 wins, 18 knockouts.
Mm-hmm. Putting that work.
I mean, you don't get it, it ain't like, round one knockouts, but as that Bell fight just showed you, I'm going to still stop my opponent, whether it's first round or 12th round. I'm going to give you something to watch. I'm going to get, what I'm saying, I'm not ever going to make it comfortable for you to walk away from your TV set. And that's the point to me, bro, is that I'm going to see Dula win in different circumstances. I think in the Nakatila fight, he showed you something. In the Noakes fight, in his first shot at a belt, he showed you something. And then in this Bell fight, bro, again, I mentioned it's somebody that had to figure out in real time. Had to go from being down on the cards to, hey, bro, there's only way I'm going to bring this thing home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To show you something every at bat, the controlled aggression, the excellent punch placement, the rhythm. He just shows a lot of matured skills at a very young age. Now, of course, is there room for him to grow? Absolutely. I put him at 10 for a reason. Does Shock have a good claim for that 10th, maybe 9th spot? Absolutely. The run he's on right now could be seen, and if it keeps going, legendary. And also change how we look at that O on people's records being so, being the true boogeyman of boxing.
Yeah.
But just for right now, with the landscape of boxing, where the sport is at, his skill, him being a young champion, still maintaining an undefeated record, the adversity, is and just the potential of where he can go. I'd rather buy early on this stock than to be too late on it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I can see that this seems like a prospect, but I can't really call him a prospect yet at this point. But this seems like a young champion that's going to matriculate through the pound for pound rankings at some point. I'd rather have him early on my list than to be like, be late on the bandwagon, because I can just see his career going up from here.
That's, I mean, like I said, I don't have, I mean, it's like the 10th spot is kind of like, I'm saying, preference, right? But hey, man, no qualms in your pound for pound list. Let's get to our last thing in the boxing, man. It's some people that, I think are just trying to stay in headline, trying to stay relevant, but really just need to hush, bro. The first one, if you haven't heard, Shakur signed the Zuffa, how you say it? Zuffa,
yeah.
Zuffa Boxing. Weird signing for me. I know they threw a bag at him. So, I'm saying, if you're a person that says, oh, if he got the bag, cool. Upfront money is always a thing. I'm never going to doubt Joker's. I know Joker's situation. Upfront money is cool. But to sign with Zuffa, while all the other promotions are on one streaming spot, but calling out everybody and their mom, which I think is Dana White has something to do with, where is your fights gonna come, bro? Where are you getting your fights from? So now you're getting into it with on Nightcap, right? You called out Ashaki Foster, you called out Tank Davis, you're calling out Ryan Garcia, you're calling out all these folks, but you ain't getting in the ring with nobody. And we all know you probably about to fight some mandatory or some guy, when it comes November, right? Because you're going to fight again this year. You know that. Called out Devin Haney, said we'll meet at 144. Really only called him out because he's the only other free agent besides you, but you signed the Zuffa. You and Richard Hitchens signing over there, don't get it. I mean, I get the bag. They gave you a bag, cool. But everybody else is on the other side of the tracks. Where are you getting your fights from? The sanctioning organization, sanction bodies already said they don't want to deal with Dana White, right? Let me tell you something, Dana White. Come here, come close, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's more than mob ties to this sanctioning body stuff, right? Some of it is mob ties, some of them cartel ties, some of them a lot of other ties, right? Allegedly, don't want to get sued, but it's a reason why the sanctioning bodies always win at the end of the day, right? Get their way, right? And people have tried to buck the system. It hasn't worked yet, right? Cool. You got some Ring Magazine champs. Let's keep it a buck. The Ring Magazine champs ain't even a belt. They were just never recognized by the magazine, and people respected the Ring Magazine, right? But WBC, like WBO said they don't want to deal with you. WBA say they don't want to deal with you. People say they don't want to deal with you. So where are you getting these fights from? Oh, you're trying to create your own belt. But if you ain't fighting nobody with respectable names, it doesn't matter, right? Conor Benn signed over there. Conor Benn, okay, cool, right? You left Matchroom, you signed Zuffa, right? Y'all better hope that man beat Ryan Garcia, because if he doesn't, y'all about to be shut out. Because Golden Boy did it because it almost got stalled up, so you had to grease in the pocket. I don't know what the splits for that fight is. It's probably ugly. I bet you Ryan getting a bag for this fight. Golden Boy and Ryan probably getting a bag for this fight, right? No?
Yeah. No, I'm saying stupid. Stupid.
Because with Golden Boy to like buck the system, and then he just signed with Dazn and goes like, hey, yo, we're gonna fight with you, then. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I guess on Paramount, I don't know. Hey, that split gotta be more like 80-20.
You better make it worth it. You better make it worth it. Go get that bread.
And then what if Ryan beats you? What if Ryan beats him and y'all want to put that Zuffa belt up? He gonna take the Zuffa belt over to Golden Boy with him and not fight you again? This is stupid. Like, I'm sorry. This is dumb. So glad you got your bag, big dog. But this y'all favorite fighter, not mine, because I think he's kind of boring. He's living off that Tiafimo love. He's probably gonna fight another goofy named Haney eventually at a 144 because he don't want to make no real fight at 147 that can be made. That's why y'all jokers don't make no money. That's why y'all had a little downtime. Y'all weren't making no money, and y'all all want Tank to fight you. Y'all still calling. He talking too much too, but y'all still calling out a man y'all know ain't about to fight. It's weird, bro. Go ahead, Ken.
Man. I'll start with Zuffa first. Then I'll make my way to Shakur. And this kind of explains Shakur's circumstances a little bit. At the origin of this all, it sounded like a good deal. You know, we're going to get rid of the sanction bodies and we're going to make one league and we're going to take this UFC model. Yeah, Dana, that sounded good. It sounded good. You know, you thought you could just bypass all the red tape. I ain't had to shake no hands. I ain't had to kiss no babies. I ain't had to pay no dues, bruh. Like, it sounded good, you know, because at the time, you made a lot of promises, you know, saying I'm going to make all the big fights happening. Hey, bruh, anybody with a working brain in their head, especially that, you know, been around the sport, covered the sport, loved the sport. No, it was just that, a crock of shit. I'm just go out there and say
that man name right at the UFC fight. You call that man Jalen Williams, and you want me to believe that you're gonna make big? Come on, go ahead, bro.
Bruh, like I'm gonna keep it hood with you. You was ass betting, bro. And the only thing that the zone did just pulled the biggest reverse Uno on you. Like, you thought you had something, but guess what? That same methodology, that same concept you were talking about, we ain't do no talking. We just stood on team.
Say something at that Boost fight.
Yeah.
Like, no, if he want to talk, then we can talk. But we gonna talk like, hey, yo, come with some respect. You know what I'm saying? To the ones that's here already.
Exactly, and that's my point. Because, bro, what you try to do is bully, and now what you have to do moving forward to make good on that Paramount deal is that every time you sit at the table trying to get a fight with somebody
80-20.
on the other side of the street, tax you.
If you
They're
gonna fight,
taxing.
80-20.
You want to fight? Tax you. Or you want to get one of the biggest fighters in the sport, Shakur, to join you? Cool. You're gonna pay 5 times the market rate. Because why? You gotta make it make sense why he's leaving from the promised land and come join you in Zuffa to fight for some make-believe ass belt.
Yeah, so Shakur want to fight somebody on PBC, 80-20.
Tax him.
Now you're gonna have to pay Shakur to keep him happy, right? But you ain't gonna make no money because Heyman and them was like, nah, I can go fight. Well, why would I do that? I'm not gonna get with Eddie and go fight somebody else.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's the dream you sell because it's all good. I got the turkey in my back pocket, bro. All you gonna be doing is spending his money.
That shit is sell, bro.
That
I'm sorry. After this Joshua Fury fight, I'm sorry.
You have nothing left to sell us. You have nothing left to sell us because the biggest deal that could be made was just made this summer. That sold the game up. Anything else is just you paying through the nose to stay afloat. Now let's make that way over to Shakur, bro.
I don't hear no crying. You can't
You try, and that goes for the rest of the roster. Connor, Hitchens, anybody else that jump ship, man. Hey, you made that bed, lie in it.
That's why you all on social media trying to,
bro.
No,
man.
I don't want you.
One of my favorite fighters ever, legend. I'm glad he stuck around the sport to still drop gems and to give wisdom to the game, bro. Roy Jones said it the best, man. Hey, man, all money ain't good money. Mm-hmm. Y'all boys jumped over to Zuffa because they had the biggest check for you. Now what? Yo, legacy, if every fighter decides to do what's best for them, y'all gonna be left stranded on that island. If every fighter was to decide, hey man, I'm gonna just make the fight that's easier, and I'm gonna make the biggest fights happen with this bigger pool of talent that we got over here. Now with the zone deal, if I'm gonna just make fights happen over here, and the sanction bodies are cool with it, hey bro, y'all floating up shit's creek for the rest of y'all career.
Nice.
Without a paddle. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot more barking. Hell, Zuffa is probably telling your ass to go out there to do a lot more barking.
They are. Because the splits, like, you can't make money if you paying Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, Queensberry, all the money.
But you gonna have to be a mascot. A lot of that money gonna go to you being a mascot. Yeah. Because you
and
can't
and bodies want to rock with you.
You can't convince them to neither.
The Eddie Hearn and Heyman can't make the WNBA, WBC do anything. I think this fight was already in the making, and I think WBC and Golden Boy is getting a nice check from this. So they best bet is on September 22nd or September something like that. That Conor Benn wins that fight.
That's the best hope. That's the best bet. And it even kind of plays into the names that he's calling for, right? Like with Shakur, he's calling out Haney, come down to 144. That makes sense, right? Because right now, Devin Haney is considered a promotional free agent. He ain't necessarily signed to anybody in the game. Not a top ranked Matchroom. He's kind of, he's doing business in-house. Shout out to him. That's actually really smart. He's calling out Tank. Tank is still with PBC, but in that deal with the zone, PBC made it known that they're gonna, make agreements for his fight exclusive for Tank. All Tank's fights are exclusive to that zone deal.
Bro, like y'all he's not gonna fight this
year. Yeah, so that well wishes to you in 2027 or in the future, whatever you want to say. But those two top dogs, those are literally your only option. And like hell, you better make sure Shakur, your team, Dana White, Zuffa, everybody else is a Turkey. Anybody else over there at Zuffa better make sure y'all come through on that promise. Because those are going to be the only time Only time y'all gonna be able to make good on that deal with Paramount. And that's even if PBC want to get down with you at Paramount if it's Tank. Or if Devin Haney is down to come to 144 and vacate that belt. Because if neither of those two conditions are met, bro, like I said, y'all up shit's creek.
Saying like
no recourse.
And there's a reason why there's more than one belt in boxing, right? And people that don't watch boxing know even under the world championship belt, it's other belts like the silver, continental. There's other belts underneath those major belts because boxing is one of the most popular sports in the world. It's a lot of people that box professionally that's trying to get these world rankings. You can't have one, so you can't have one belt even under the sanctioning bodies. So thinking that Zuffa, you about to make a boxing stable and have one belt, it's not UFC, bro. It's not UFC. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to, all right, bro. You got to have a big stable to fight as much as they want to fight. You're not going to fight in boxing every 2 months. Can't.
Your best chances moving forward is to become a damn proving ground league. That's your best chance. Is getting with some underground prospects, not underground, but some new talent and fostering a fight system with them. You know, you're gonna really have to build it from the ground up. That's the only way you're gonna get eyes in this boxing game. Because right now, I don't see too many options.
Not at all.
I don't see too many options. Y'all came in calling your shot. Now you done got pitted in the corner. Y'all chose this. Y'all chose this hell. Now live in it.
Facts, man. Facts. I mean, it's just goofy. I think now they got you out here doing goofy shit because you need to fight. And you don't want to fight a bum, right? Well, not a bum. You don't want to fight somebody of a really lesser name, right? Everybody's locked in over here, but distributing everything is easier to make a fight here now. So why go to you and then want to be fair about it? Well, let's do a 50. Let's do a 60-40. You know, Shakur's a big name. 80-20.
You can't. I don't care what your name is. You ain't about to hold me in no deal, bro. Especially if I ain't, because it ain't a real deal.
Not at all.
You know, my promotion going to tax you. So you gonna recoup from coming out of my purse? No. Exactly. No. So there ain't no real money in those deals, man.
Not at all, bro. But next week you come on here, man. Hey, bro, you know what we talking about next week. It's that time. It's that time. It's fight week next week. And the ones that know, and the ones that don't should know. We'll talk about that next week. But for this episode, IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guy. My name's Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time. All right.